Hi, I'm Keir Graff, the author of the Matchstick Castle, the Phantom Tower, and The Tiny Mansion, which is publishing in September. I'm also one half of the writing duo Linda Keir, and you may know our most recent title, Drowning with Others. Now, to show my support for the wonderful bookseller in Lincoln Square and the book industry charitable group, I've invited the cameras for Inside for Indies into my existential prison cell. My office. I love all of Chicago's independent bookstores, but the bookseller is especially important to me. I've launched all of my kids' books there. They have a wonderful selection, not only of books, but of beer and wine, which is important not just to writers, but readers too. The COVID-19 pandemic threatens all of our cultural institutions, but bookstores are especially vulnerable. And if we want them to be there for us later, we need to be there for them now. Lots of camera angles, huh? Anyway, you can mask up and go buy your books in person, or order ahead for curbside pickup, or simply order your books online. Wouldn't you rather give your money to Susie and Company than Jeff Bezos? But hey, enough of my yakking. What do you say? Let's boogie. Now, the building in which I live was used as the model for Brunhild Tower in my middle grade novel, The Phantom Tower. And the room in which I work is labeled Maid's Quarters on the map in front of the book. I take that to mean I'm the one in the family who should change the toilet paper rule. The windows, as you saw, are barred, but I do have 3 doors. This one leads to the kitchen, which is a great source of snacks and procrastination. This one leads to a full bathroom. Unfortunately, I can't take a bath at the moment because the tub is full of papers for a book I'm currently working on. And this door, you must never, ever open. My desktop is a piece of the actual kitchen counter from one of the units in this building dating back to 1930, and it's supported by 2 filing cabinets that are full of actual paper. The entire wall above my desk is a bulletin board, and the idea was originally that I would cover it with images and notes related to my current project. Well, the most significant thing here at the moment probably is this partial map of Montana that I'm using to chart my progress as I do a virtual run of Highway 93 from south to north, and it looks like I am currently there, just outside of St. Ignatius. To the right of the bulletin board are some shelves, and on the top shelf you'll see my collection of slang dictionaries, and just below that is a selection of print reference guides, and then below that is a shelf of my own actual books, which I need to consult surprisingly often. And here at the very, very end is a selection of books that the very first books I ever wrote. So this one's called All Because of a Cat by Keir. It's rated PG, as you can see. And I did the artwork. I think you see why I don't do my own illustration now. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic tale. Not a post, it's a pre-apocalyptic tale because it ends with apocalypse. It was all caused by a cat. Oh, there we go, there's the apocalypse. In the back of the room we have a tall vertical bookshelf. Oh, and here, look, a more adult attempt to write and draw. A picture book that when I gave it to my then agent, he basically said, "What, are you insane?" Beside the bookshelf, we have the futon, which is used for clandestine naps and visiting in-laws. And before I conclude the tour of my office, I just wanted to show you a few of my favorite things. So this is my wall of Montana, the license plate of my '71 Mach 1 Mustang in which I wooed my wife, a scarf for representing my favorite sport, my favorite team, my favorite bar, and the best sports fans in the world, a rock from the top of Trapper Peak in Montana. I brought it back myself. 2 salad plate size medals from running the Chicago Half Marathon. I have to keep running half marathons until I can serve a luncheon for 8, so I've got 6 to go. People have asked me how my writing life has changed during the pandemic, and I can honestly say not much. I still spend almost every day, all day in this room, just as I did before. The biggest difference is that now my family is all home too, so they're on the other side of that door and I don't roam around the apartment as much as I used to. I'm very fortunate to have lots of work to keep me busy and to keep my mind occupied, and my heart really goes out to those who don't have a lot of work at this time. I'm so grateful to the booksellers who are doing everything they can to keep their stores open, to keep selling books to readers who need them. And I just want to say again, I hope you will all give them your full support. I've been asked to close my video with a brief reading. I'm going to give you an extremely brief reading from Ling Ma's wonderful novel, Severance. Are you ready? Here goes. When you wake up in a fictitious world, your only frame of reference is fiction. Thank you. Thanks for visiting, and don't forget to support the bookseller in Lincoln Square and the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. I'll see you next time, if they let me out.